Hello, friendshippers. We are back with another album reaction this week. This one is coming in from one of our Ride or Die members, Jethrin. This is his quarterly album review that he gets to pick. So thank you, Jethrin, for being a Ride or Die member of our Patreon. Here we are. He has chosen Classic Crime with the album Phoenix. So this is the artist is The Classic Crime. They looked like they had about 56,000 monthly Spotify listeners, so on the smaller artist side. This is the album Phoenix. This was released in August of 2012. So, gotta say that is around a good time frame for me. I seem to really enjoy, for whatever reason, some of my favorite albums come from the 2014, 2013-ish area of time. So right around 2012. Okay, this will be interesting. Let's check it out. We've got 13 songs, about 52 minutes of runtime. So let's jump right into it. All right, let's check my sound here. Okay, so this is the album Phoenix. First track is called One Man Army. This is an intro. Here we go. Track one.
I've been unalive, been sleeping for days in this comatose state. I've been unalive, prone to hide from the messes that I've made. I've been unalive. I've been unalive.
Ooh, that lower end.
I used to let you fight the battles before me, but now I stand alone to prove you right. Just a one-man army. I used to let you fight all the giants before me, but now I stand alone by a fire where I burn my plans to warn me. I've been unalive.
Yeah. Oh, we got some strings in there too. Nice.
I used to let you fight the battles before me, but now I stand alone, just a one-man army. I used to let you fight all the giants before me, but now I stand alone, alone.
Okay, I feel like we're flowing right into the next track. So I'm gonna pause it there and I'll take it back and just let it flow in to the next one. Okay. Nice opening. Nice opening. Definitely has that, you know, 2012 almost sort of pop rock kind of um, rock sound to it, which is cool. Um, this line though, Now I stand. So I used to let you fight the giants before me, but now I stand alone by a fire where I burn my plans to warm me. Crazy line. So there is a sense of like having their battles fought for them by other people, and then now we're taking some responsibility, right? Now we're going, okay, I have to actually face this stuff. Um, but I stand alone by a fire where I burn my plans to warm me. So it's like this feels a bit like self-sabotage where it's like, okay, I know I got to face this stuff on my own, but also I'm like hurting myself here. I'm like sabotaging myself. Now, this album is called Phoenix, which of course gives this, sort of image of something that dies and turns to ash and then is reborn again. So we're already kind of like alluding to this, fire and burning sort of reference here a little bit. So, okay. I'm going to back it up a little bit and like let this play into the next one. The second track is called You and Me Both, which okay, it's not the most streamed on there, but it is one of the like it's like the second most streamed on here. Okay. You and Me Both. Let's pull this back a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, I like the way that flowed in there like that.
The guardrail is tempting me, standing like a sentry to the left of me. It's guarding adventure, it's certain to be life-threatening. Life-threatening. I need a tragedy to wake me from perpetual dreaming. The proverbial pinch me. I'm so sick of sleeping. I'm so sick of sleeping. Could you wonder why my eyes don't leave my phone? Oh, it's no wonder that you feel like you're alone. I think I need a new story. One where I take on the world. The one I'm living is boring. It's killing you and me both.
Ooh. Okay, I like the lyrics of this. The drums on this are fire.
The car crash in front of me pulls me back from deep and desperate fantasy. Snaps me wide awake to see the horrible scene. What's happening? What's happening? Is this a tragedy I asked for? Is this blood on my hands a consequence of my own war? I'm so sick of sleeping. I'm so sick of needing more. Could you wonder why my eyes don't leave my phone? It's no wonder that you feel like you're alone. I think I need a new story. One where I take on the world. The one I'm living is boring.
I like the drums here. Alright, I really like the vibe of this. I really like the vibe of this. Hey.
As I give myself to death and neglect life.
Round of applause. Okay, hold on. I want to look a bit about this artist. Okay, so we've got 56,620 monthly listeners. Seattle. Seattle band The Classic Crime has delivered songs. Okay. Um Interesting. They formed in 2004. So they've been around for a minute. A minute. Are they still around? Are they still making music? This definitely, I'm liking the vibe of this because this definitely fits in this time period for me. Um like this sort of genre or style or this vibe um would have fit very very well with stuff that I was listening to, like late high school, college time period of my life, which would have been a little bit before 2012. Um, but in that early 2000s, Um, so yeah, I'm digging this because this is kind of like sonically taking me back a little bit because I definitely could have seen myself listening to this during that era of my life. So this is pretty cool. I'm enjoying this so far. Okay, track 3, Young Again.
We never get it on the first time. We never get it right. So we wander through the desert in the cover of night, looking for a fire that could bring us to life. Seen a lot of bad in a short time.
Oh, see, like another, see this, I feel like the references are so subtle here with this being called Phoenix, because like looking for a fire that can bring us to life, right? Because like a phoenix would like erupt in fire, go turn to ash, and then come back to life. So it's just little subtle things there. It's not super overt, but like the subtle Phoenix references are there already. So nice.
Lived in spite. Yeah, we boarded all the doors to the good outside. But you only get as old as the callus on your soul. Your soul. But if you let the darkness grow, you will get hungry for more until it consumes all. Oh, to be young again, to be confident and charming and believe it never ends. I've been walking on a fine line between wrong and right, and it's taken me to places I knew better to go. Put on a lot of faces at the theater shows. Behind the curtain, I am not a nice guy. I live this fight, and my bitterness compounded by the kids in the crowd. When it's too open, if you say it as old as the callus on your soul. Your soul. But if you let the darkness grow, you will get hungry for more until it consumes all. Oh, to be young again, to be confident and charming and believe it never ends. Oh, to be young again. I wanna feel like I am closer to the start than to the end.
I like that line. The oh to be young again. I want to feel like I'm closer to the start than to the end, right? Because as you start to age, okay, like in my early 40s now, and you start to feel that a little, where you're like, oh Lord, am I closer to the end of my life now than like, and I don't feel like that much time has passed. So yeah, no, I can I feel that. I like feel that in my soul. So oh, hello. Hi, piano. That's nice. I like that. Yeah, true. Facts, sir. Yeah, I like this vibe, y'all.
Everything outside of right now is illusory. It's not real.
Yo, bro just used the word illusory. Just used the word illusory. A plus for vocabulary. All right, here we go.
The future, they don't exist. All you have is now. Is this enough for you? Oh, to be young again, to be confident and charming and believe it never ends. Oh, to be young again, I wanna feel like I am closer to the start than to the
Woo! All right, round of applause. Okay, so I've noticed a couple like I noticed something with the last couple of tracks. So nowadays, I feel like it's a common technique for bands, particularly like in sort of the rock-ish area, like not specifically that one genre, but around that area of style. Um there's this utilization of like a halftime at some point where you'll have, verse chorus, and then you'll hit maybe like the chorus that's like after the bridge. Like we'll hit a bridge and then we'll come into a chorus again, but for like maximum impact of that last chorus, we'll get like a halftime on the drums and stuff, and it's super cool. Like I love it. Like I love hearing that. But it nowadays I feel like it typically gets used in that sort of convention for that. Like I said, which is not, I don't think that's a bad formula at all. But here, the last couple tracks, I feel like they've used that kind of like technique, but in like the most like random kind of way. And I mean that in a good way, where it's like they'll kind of give a bit of like a halftime drums in there for like two lines, like not even the whole chorus, for like two lines of the chorus, and then come right back to like it's just kind of in there. Little like change ups in a bit of, I feel like a bit of change ups in some of the time signatures, and that's really cool. I think that's super cool. I think this makes it a little more um complex in musicality, which is cool. It gives it a bit more dynamic and interest and like character to it, because like this last one, like it took me a second to really like get the groove, because like right when you think you get the groove, they actually change it up a little bit by doing that, by throwing in a little halftime for a couple lines or something. So um yeah, that's really cool. So I've noticed that in the last couple tracks, and I think that that's interesting. I find that that makes it interesting. So okay, track 4, Beautiful Dark Side. Beautiful Dark Side. And I like that we do have a bit of piano there too, because I don't feel like maybe I'm just totally not remembering and wasn't paying attention, but I didn't really feel like that was present in the first track or even the second. So to have it like brought in like that on the third was super cool. And now I think I'm hearing it a little bit now, so very cool.
The faster I find the bottom, the sooner I turn it around. It seems as though I've forgotten just how far down.
Yeah, I like that piano
But I
there.
can go in an instant.
Woo, bass.
And I can take you there. And I can take all my friends and family, and I won't care. 'Cause I have the most reckless heart when I try. And I have the most beautiful dark side.
Interesting.
To find some meaning, something true to believe in. 'Cause left to my own devices,
Whoa. Nice.
Always one for a good time.
Nice little switch up there.
Always one for extremes. Until the fabric of life starts tearing at the seams. And I can never remember
Yo, the drums in this are fire.
when it started to turn. I just simply forget all of the things I've learned. 'Cause I have the most reckless heart when I try. And I have the most beautiful dark side. I need to find some meaning, something true to believe in. Just left to my own devices. The beautiful dark side wins. The beautiful dark side wins. Today I will die. Could be today or tonight. Have I just wasted time?
Okay, I like the sound of this song a lot.
Have I just wasted time? 'Cause I have the most reckless heart when I try. And I have the most beautiful dark side. I need to find some meaning, something true to believe in. I'm terrified of seeing the beautiful dark
Yeah, like here.
side. Beautiful
This is awesome.
dark side
Yeah, love the switch up on this. Love the switch up. Woo! That was fire. All right, round of applause. Okay, I think that one was actually my favorite so far. Beautiful Dark Side. I think that was my favorite so far. I've liked them all. I've liked them all. I haven't disliked anything yet, but I think that one was my favorite. Just sonically and like lyrics of that and everything. It was giving it was giving some Scorpio vibes, not gonna lie. It's giving me a little Scorpio vibes. I mean a little maybe a little Aries in there too. Maybe a little Aries. But I think I was getting Scorpio vibes. All right. All right. Track 5 is Heaven and Hell. Heaven and Hell. Here we go.
I'm like a lost boy looking for his father in the
Cool.
wilderness.
Ah.
Days in the wrong direction,
Mm.
wondering if I'll ever see his face again. But you know me too well. I bring it all on myself.
I really like the acoustic guitars in this.
Between heaven and hell, I've got no home.
Yo, this is kind of sad and kind of intense.
I'm like an old
fire drums, though.
man, tight-lipped, filled to the brim with only emptiness.
I like this here. Do. Go. Okay, y'all, I swear. 21 Pilots has ruined me, y'all. 21 Pilots has ruined me. I say that facetiously, but like, because I was not a syllable person, okay? I was not with the like the do-do-do's and the la. Like, I was like, oh, I hate that. It's so cheesy. Um, and yet here we are, post 21 Pilots. They have made me really appreciate that. Like, they've made me appreciate when it's done well. When it's done well. Sometimes, I mean, you know what? Like, it just because it's there don't mean it's good. Okay, what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So I don't like it all the time. Okay, because I still find it cheesy, but like, it's allowed me to appreciate those moments more in places where I wouldn't have appreciated it in the past. So, like here, this is actually quite nice. I really like this here. Okay, let's continue. Nice little strings there. Beautiful. Oh, I like the Gango vocals there too. Lovely. Oh, I like that. I like the way that faded out like that. Lovely, lovely. Okay, round of applause. Uh, man, that was kind of depressing, and heartbreaking, but also oddly uplifting there by the end. I just really like the way that ended and the way the vocals went and it fade out. So like, so it's like the words were heavy on that, but I feel like sonically we left it in a bit more of a hopeful place. And so I liked that. I really liked that. Thumbs up on that one. Okay, track 6, The Precipice. The Precipice. Are we gonna start seeing a shift now? Because I feel like we've kind of gotten, like I said, a lot of the self-sabotage, a lot of the like shadow stuff, right? Darker side of things, some shadow work, this recognition that between heaven and hell, like I don't fit here somewhere, you know. Now we're hitting the precipice. We're gonna get somewhere, we're gonna see a shift. All right, here we go. Ooh, nice. I like the acoustic guitars.
I wish I could play the violin.
You and me both, sir. Okay.
I'd play till tears
And
roll
it
down.
came in, and then the violin, that was gorgeous. I wish I could play the violin, and then you hear the violin come in. We're gonna hear that
Wish
again.
I could play the violin. I'd play
Nice.
till tears roll down your cheek and chin.
Well, it wouldn't take much, honestly.
And if you sang along, we could write the saddest song.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, swell on this.
Sometimes I indulge my every whim, and piece by piece I build the cell I'm in. But I only only stay here long enough to write the
Nice.
saddest song.
All right, y'all, this one might be I feel like this one's probably going to be my favorite. I think this one's going to end up my favorite of the album. We have acoustic guitars, we have violin, we have all these cool little like folky sort of elements to it. We've got these really cool lyrics. Like I have a feeling this one's going to be my favorite. That's good.
I dreamt I stood on a hill that I wished was a mountain. So look back on all my accomplishments.
I like that line.
Well, they must have been small because I couldn't seem to find
Damn.
them. So I took a leap off of the precipice.
Wow. All right.
I wish I could play piano well.
You and me both, sir. There's the
Hit the
nice.
keys that make your
Ah.
spirit swell.
Ah, we're getting the kick. Yes, this is so my favorite.
Sang along.
This one's my favorite, y'all.
We could write the saddest song.
Oh yeah, absolutely my favorite. This one. Yeah.
Dreamt I stood on a hill that I wished was a mountain. To look back on all my accomplishments.
Lovely.
Well, they must have been small because I couldn't seem to find them. So I took a leap off of the precipice. Whatever
No.
the cost, whether it works out or not, whatever the cost, whether it works out or not, I'll follow you, I'll follow you, I'll follow you with my heart.
Ah, sweet. Man, this sounds amazing. This sounds amazing.
Whatever the cost, whether it works out or not, whatever the cost, whether it works out or not, I'll follow you, I'll follow you, I'll follow you with my heart.
Y'all, this is amazing. This is amazing.
I dreamt I stood on a hill that I wished was a mountain. To look back on all my accomplishments. Well, they must have been small because I couldn't seem to find them. So I took a leap off of the precipice.
Fire. Round of applause. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. Okay, yeah, and it's the most streamed on here. That fair. Fair. Exactly right. Good job. Good job, Spotify listeners. That is correct. Usually I get to my favorite one on one of these, and it's like the least streamed song on there, and I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? But no, you got it correct this time. You got it correct this time, Spotify listeners. That was fire. I loved everything about that. I loved everything about that. Each layer of it, like the introduction of that instrument that was being talked about in each verse at the precise right time, the different like slow building up of each, like the swelling at certain parts that it needed to drive it forward, coming in with that kick, like the lyrics of this were magnificent. I loved the lyrics of this. Just all around, this was just an absolutely beautiful, perfect song. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, yep. That's my favorite. And not even just my favorite on this album. Like that's like probably gonna be one of my favorite just songs. Like just one of my favorite songs. Like I'm gonna add that to my playlist right now. Um, because like, yeah, that was amazing. That's gonna be up there for me as just one of like just my favorite songs ever. That's amazing. Okay, boom. Add to library. I'm gonna listen to the shit out of that one. All right. Okay, track 7. Track 7. Let Me Die. Oh, okay. We've jumped off the precipice. Now let me die. All right, here we go.
Tossed by the tempest of life, a victim to storms I contrive. It feels like the best is behind, and I can't go back. The eye of the storm satisfies. I watch the chaos from inside.
Drums
The
on
wind
this.
turns and I realize that I can't go back. That I can't go back. So I go pressing on through the wind and the waves. If I drown, let me go so that you can be saved. It don't matter if people remember my name. I have lived. So let me die.
Ooh, okay, interesting. Interesting. So this isn't like I was thinking this was gonna be kind of on the depressing side of like just let me die. But no, this is like, no, if I've lived a full life, like I don't really care if I'm, famous or, whatever, leave a legacy or whatever. It's like I've lived. I know I've lived and I've gotten, what I want out of life. So like let me die. So interesting. I love the like storm theme of this, right? The scheme of this, tossed by the tempest, right? Of life, victim of storms, the eye of the storm satisfies, the chaos from inside, the wind turns. So like all of this is a very stormy, um, you know, situation. But it's the idea of going through the storm, right? Instead of trying to avoid the storm or sitting in the storm, you press through and you get through it to the other side. So I go pressing on through the wind and the waves. If I drown, let me go so that you can be saved. I don't matter. It don't matter if other people know my name. I've lived. So it's like, no, I'm gonna live. I'm gonna actually face all of this stuff and go through the storm because that's life. That's living your life. So I'm gonna live my life to the fullest, head first into the storm. And if I die doing that, then just let me die. Better that than to try and avoid it and sit on the sidelines. And so no, I love the sentiment of the song. This is great. This is great. Love it. Let's keep going.
I fight against what lies beneath. It's
I like
just
this kind
my
of
will
almost
against the sea.
I like this kind of almost bluesy tone to this guitar too, this electric guitar. Sounds cool.
Never been one to give in. Of all the virtues I have lacked, the need to fight has been my anchor. I can
Nice.
never ask for you to save me. No, your will could never calm the seas I'm braving. So I go pressing on through the wind and the waves. If I drown, let me go so that you can be saved. It don't matter if people remember my name. I have lived. So let me die.
Yep. Whoa, okay, that just like went across my brain. That was cool.
So I go pressing on through the winds and the waves. If I drown, let me go so that you can be saved. It don't matter if people remember
Nice. Nice. I like that one. I like that one. Round of applause. I'm gonna be so for real. This is a dope album, y'all. I mean, we're 7 for 7. 7 for 7. I genuinely, if this was around during my college years, I would have ate this shit up. This would have been on heavy repeat for me during that time. This is just so right in my bag, of what, my vibe was during that time period. So, yeah, no, I totally dig this. Totally dig this. Okay, track 8, Glass Houses. Glass Houses. Yo. Nice.
They talk of glass houses. Well, I built a crystal cathedral. And
That's
I
funny.
took my stones to the rooftop to play target
Ooh.
practice with
Damn.
people. I was too young to know the difference. I was just following orders. When the glass shattered around me, I learned a good lesson about my disorder.
Ooh. Damn.
I thought I was happy. I said all the right things. I naively believed that my ship couldn't sail, but it did.
Woo. Yo, this is like epic. Whoa.
You got hung up on the outside. You fake like you live in the good life, but death and decay on the inside. Just add pride and hate to your long list of crimes. Somewhere deep down you know the difference between love and following orders. But if the course I sing is offensive, it's proof that you've yet to address your disorder.
We gonna let this cook for a minute. We gonna let this simmer. Okay, we're gonna let this simmer. Cause damn, bro. All right, facts. Facts. If the chorus I sing is offensive, it's proof that you've yet to address your disorder. Facts, sir. Okay, let's keep going. Damn. I love this song. I like this one. Yo. Woo! Yo, that shift there.
Grace comes to those who wait, comes to those who pray. Through tears, they'll sing, and we'll all sing.
Hey. We got La Da Da's, y'all. Yeah. Nice, nice.
We thought we were God.
Yeah, that was fire. That was fire. Round of applause. Yeah. Okay, that needs more streams. See, we're back to the phenomenon again where I'm like, Spotify listeners, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why does this not have more streams? This song needs more streams. That I have spoken. All right. Easily my second favorite. Easily my second favorite. That was fantastic. The lyrics to that one, chef's kiss. Right on point. Excellently done. I loved that one. I loved that one. Second favorite. Okay. Track 9. Track 9. Dead Rose. Here we go. Ooh, we're back to acoustic. Yay.
Dead rose, you were once so vibrant as you stretched out towards the sun and spread your petals wide to take it all inside. Dead rose tried to keep you alive, but you drank the water dry, and now you're facing down, your petals scattered on the ground. But you
Okay, I'm gonna just point this out because it's driving me crazy. I have to. I'm sorry. Okay, but like I have to like use my basically useless English degree for something, right? I gotta use it for something. So I'm gonna use it right now to be like a pretentious jerk and be like, hey, you fucking spelled petals wrong. Okay. Wrong kind of petals. Okay, flower petals it's with a T, not a D. Just okay, alright.
so naturally at first, and so this natural death occurs. Standing water never lasts as long as roots planted in dirt. And although we've had our time, it hurts to
Ooh,
watch
okay.
you fade.
Sorry, I don't know if he meant it to be this like profound, but this is a really profound statement. A stem in water never lasts as long as roots planted in dirt. And I feel like there's something really profound about that, right? Because if you have like a stem in water, it's like this is something that's mostly sort of like, clean and um, water just seems clear and clean and life-giving and nourishing and everything and and it is, but like if it was only in that, it's not going to last as long as like roots that are planted in dirt, and we think of dirt as something that's like just dirty, right? Mucky, icky, dirty, not clear, and yet that's where you're going to last longer, that's where you're going to really grow in. I think there's something profound about this statement, that like as much as we want things to be nice and easy, um we don't actually grow in like ease, you know what I mean? It's some of the dirt, that helps us to grow. So anyway, I just think that was a profound statement. I don't know if he like meant it that way, but like I got that out of it. Anyways, okay, let's keep going.
What once was stunning and alive becomes so golden. Dead rose, I don't love you anymore. Dead rose, you're a symbol of the truth, of the love we had for you.
Nice
Of all
drums.
good things must end, and with each death new life begins. Dead
Okay,
rose.
so again, another little very, very subtle reference to Phoenix album title. All good things must end, and with each death, new life begins, like a phoenix. Okay, here we go.
How am I supposed to find something equally divine? No matter where I go, I plant the seeds, but nothing grows. And you grew so naturally at
Hmm.
We'll look back on the day when the dead rose from the grave. No more sorrow and shame. The new body and name. Nothing perfect will
Okay, again, right? Like, dead rose. We'll look back on the day when the dead rose from the grave. Yo! Okay, we have a total twist on the phrase dead rose. Cause this has been brought like, talked about like a dead rose, like a flower, a rose that has died, but now we have a twist on that phrase. We'll look back on the date when the dead rose from the grave, no more sorry and shame, the new body and name. So this was a total twist on that phrase, which is super cool, but again, referencing this idea of phoenix, right? Like dying, rising from the grave with a new body, right? Like a phoenix. Okay, here we go.
no more
That was
tears
fire.
in our
That was fire.
No more worries and trials. We'll have faith like a child. When I come through that open door, I'll finally see you as you really are. And I'll be struck by something I've never felt before. Dead rose, I will love you forevermore. Dead rose, I will love you forevermore.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, round of applause. I liked that that one had like a little touch of synthy in there that like you could really hear like the acoustic guitars and stuff like that through most of it, but then you had these moments where you'd have like little synth stuff in there and it wasn't like overpowering or super like in your face. It was just kind of in there a little bit and it was nice. I liked it. It was just nicely done. I liked the synth part of that. Okay. Yeah, very cool twist of phrase, turn of phrase there. I dig that shit, y'all. Okay. The nerd that I am, I dig that shit. Okay. That was super cool. Okay. All right. Track 10, Painted Dreams. Painted Dreams. Oh, hey, we just jumped right into it.
Painted dreams and how we wish they'd all come true. We hope for more than palette brush and canvas could ever prove. Well, maybe we could get our hopes up one more time. We're not the kids we were, that doesn't mean we should be blind. Chasing the painting of a dream. Chasing the only thing that ever made sense to me. Oh, it is hard, but it is easy.
Oh, nice.
But it's alright. So let us conjure up the feeling. Paint the dreams we used to paint tonight.
Nice.
So high
Nice.
we didn't know limits existed then. Till we got older and woke up and stopped playing pretend. But what's more real than how I feel and how I felt back then? I will dust my painted brushes
Nice.
off and I will dream again.
Yes.
Chasing the painting of a dream. Chasing the only thing that ever made sense to me. Oh, it is hard, but it is easy. It might seem wrong, but it's alright.
drums. Yeah, the drums in this are fire, bro. Very nice drums.
Oh, it is hard, but it is easy.
Nice.
It might seem wrong, but it's so right. So let us conjure up the feeling. Paint the dreams we used to paint tonight. Oh, it is hard, but it is easy.
Nice. I like the whoa in that.
So let us conjure up the feeling. Paint the dreams we used to make us feel so alive.
Woo! That was fun. I really like that one. I like that one. Round of applause. That one I think would kill live. Like, just thematically, right? Like, thematically, this idea of, like, putting your dreams to the side because that's what society tells you to do, right? Oh, just grow up, right? To be able to go back and which something that I can very, very much personally relate to. Um, even when you're older and, it's like, you're not supposed to do that or whatever. It's like to go and pick those paint brushes back up, right? Pick up those paintbrushes and start painting your dream and really like returning to the dreams that you had when you were younger that you were told couldn't come true or were told were juvenile or pie in the sky or not realistic or whatever. And really like allowing yourself to dream, which is super cool. So thematically, like this is super cool. But then like some of those elements, right? Like the whoa, like that would be so cool live, like singing on stage to an audience, living your dream, a song about picking up your dreams again, and then have that audience participation back with that like sort of chanting. Like that would just be cool. I could see that being just a super cool magical moment in a live setting with an audience like that with a crowd. That would be cool. All right. Um yeah, so far not a miss on this one. There's definitely ones that I've liked like very much more than others. In the sense of like, oh my god, that's amazing. I'm totally like that's gonna be a repeat. But like none of these would be skips. Like this is shaping up so far to be an album that I can just turn on and I wouldn't skip any, which is cool. I like this vibe. I'm very very much enjoying this. I'm curious, Jethrin, since this is your album review and I'm assuming this band. Um Tell me more in the comments. Um, are there other stuff like this? Like, are they still making album? It looked like they had more recent albums. Is this kind of their vibe? Like, is it like a different album's a different genre? Because some bands do that. Some artists do that. Each album's like its own thing. Um, Tell me a little bit more about about this band, because I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I would like to know more. Okay. Track 11, What I'd Give Up. What I'd Give Up. Oh, I like that.
Woke up in a hotel, 3 hours of sleep last night. Only thing real to me is a 13-hour drive. I lost my
Nice melody.
What I give up to give
Oh,
myself to you.
that's cool.
I just wanted you to know what I give up to give myself to you. I had my foundations, but I threw them away. Only thing real to me was moving, the rest was fake. But I've got new direction. I feel winds of change. Still, I've got my good reasons to stay the same. I just wanted you to know what I give up to give myself to you. I just wanted you to know what I give up to give myself to you. No, I don't need it anymore. The hotel floors, the stage, the lights, the road. All I wanna do is build a home. Because you've got my heart and my soul.
Wow.
I just wanted you to know what I give up to give myself to you. I just wanted you to know what I give up to give myself to you. What I give up to give myself to you. What I give up to give myself to you.
Nice. Man, the drums are so good on this album. Nice. Lovely. Lovely. Round of applause. I really dug that one. Um, so it's interesting because like this one came right after Painted Dreams. And so I was thinking like I thought, oh, okay, well, like on the surface it seems like a love song, but I kind of feel like he could be even talking like to the crowd and to his, to his musical dreams and everything. Because if we've just come from picking up your dreams, right? And now we're going into like what I'd give up for you. It's like being on the road and doing all these things. It's like these are not easy things to do, but I would do this. Like I would give up most comforts to go and do this and be on the road and like be there for my fans and almost like for you like the fans. Um but by the end it was like, nah, I'm the hotel floors, the stage, the lights, the road, all I want to do is build a home. You've got my heart and soul. So the no, I don't need it anymore. So this actually seemed like this is maybe a more like conventional, straightforward like love song that whoever it is that he has these affections for, that it's like, yeah, I'll give up like my dreams. Like I'll give all this up to, build a home with you. So interesting. Cute. And honestly, I mean, I think it can be interpreted in either way, and I think that either one of those is just fine. Um, so no, I really like that. And again, not a miss on here. This was a really cool song. I really liked it. And the drums have been really good on this. Like I don't feel like there's anything like, you know what I mean, coming from having like done a some of the Sleep Token albums and things like that, in some of the metal space where you have just like these insane drums, like technically insane. Like it's basically like drum acrobatics going on, which are super impressive and super cool. And like this doesn't have that. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like we're doing like, drum acrobatics here, but but like the drums are really cool. I feel like they're used well here. You know what I mean? We don't have to do acrobatics to have it be used very well and very effectively. In the same way that like, you know, there's these incredible like vocal acrobats, right? Like the Arianas and the Beyoncés and the, you know what I mean? Like ones that can just do like vocally do just these insane things. Um but like you don't have to have that, right? Like I don't feel like you have to have vocal acrobatics to really make something special and magical and impactful. And so same kind of thing here. It's like I feel like the drums are being well used here to make them very impactful without it necessarily being like acrobatics. So, all right. Um track 12. We've got 2 tracks left. Track 12, City of Orphans. I hope it's not sad. Okay, City of Orphans. It's a y'all, okay, it's called City of Orphans and it's 5 minutes long. Something tells me it's gonna be sad. You know? Like if it was like 2.5 minutes, I'd be like, okay, maybe, you know, it's just a little ditty or something. It's not a little ditty, y'all. Okay, this is 5 minutes. This is a story. So I hope it's not sad. Okay, probably is though. All right, City of Orphans.
Jenny left from Idaho and made her home in Capitol Hill.
It's gonna be sad. Ah, damn it, it's gonna be sad.
In a 300 square foot studio above a coffee shop near the Broadway Grill. Now every night she walks the block to trade in her time for cheap thrills. And everyone she meets is cool, but just out of reach and it kills.
Man.
She used to spend her nights by firelight and singing to the stars. Now she's ours. Now she's ours. Kevin left from Denver where the air is thin and people are nice. And he traded in for sea level, for misty rain, what a bitter compromise.
Wait, is this like the story of their band? Cause that sounds like going from Denver to like Seattle area where you're at sea level with the sound there. Okay, now I'm curious. Cause he said like now she's ours. So is this like are these the members of the band?
To those who understood him, but he sold his soul to fit right in, and he watched his friends desert him. Used to spend his nights by candlelight and drinking wine divinal. Now he's ours. Now he's ours. It's a city of orphans who had nowhere to go.
Okay, this is gonna make me cry, but for a way different reason than I was thinking. Yeah, okay, Northwest.
Call it their home, but most don't belong here. We're all running away. Oh, and we'll drain you dry of all semblance of life. We don't give, we just take. But this city has no Bible. There's no meaning you can use. We're all desperately searching for truth. We're a city of orphans who had nowhere to go. So we cashed in our dreams, filled our glasses with beam and our bodies with smoke. And we spend every weeknight trading lines at the streamline. And we talk about truth and we talk about love, but we wake up to lies. It's from Idaho and made her home in Capitol Hill.
Wow. All right, round of applause. Man, that was incredible. That was an incredible song. Okay, I don't see any women in the band photo, so I don't think this is like about their band members specifically. Probably just characters coming to, but it does really feel like he's talking about Seattle. If I'm remembering from the time that I didn't live in Seattle, but I lived in Washington State around it, like around Tacoma and stuff. If I'm remembering right, I think there is a neighborhood of Seattle called Capitol Hill. I think because my first thought was Capitol Hill was like DC, but then I was like, oh, no, 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 wait. No, I'm pretty sure there's a neighborhood of Seattle called Capitol Hill. Um, and then, the second verse talking about like sea level. So I think we're just talking about Seattle. Um, more so than specifically the band. But that was super cool. That was super cool. I like that one. All right, last track of the album, y'all. Last track of the album, track 13, I Will Wait. I Will Wait. This is the outro. Here we go. Okay, before we even get to lyrics, we've got drums on this that sound like battle drum, like a soldier, right? Soldier on the line. And we started this. The first track was One Man Army. So very fascinating, nice bookend to this that we have an intro and an outro, and then it's bookended in a way where we have a one-man army, and then we're getting like army like drums, battle drums here. Nice. Very nice touch.
I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. So I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. I will I used to let you fight for me again, but now I stand alone. Will you fight for me again? Will you fight for me again? Will you fight for me again? I will wait for you. I will fight for me again.
Oh, nice. Wow. Got amazing drums on that. Incredible, impactful drums and beautiful strings coming in here. Wow. Yeah, this is feeling very soldier. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow. This was beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, round of applause. Um, Gorgeous album. Really, truly gorgeous album. I said that the drums were so well done in this, very, very impactful in the right place. Stringed like the instrumentation on this was really quite lovely. It was very well placed. I feel like it was very meticulously built. You know, where like drums impactful in the right place, strings impactful in the right place. It wasn't overdone, like it was in the right spots, piano even in the right spots. So, um I feel like it was very like judicious in what was used and when, and it was very, very well done. You know, um I loved the book ending of this. Like we've got this I said this one man army, and then this the I will wait, and we have these sort of soldier like drums and or instrumentation, but then even the callback lyric wise, where we started with the idea of like you used to fight my battles for me, I'm gonna do it like on my own now. I'm gonna be a one man army, or I'm gonna do it my on my own. But then even with this sort of sense of self sabotage as well, and we kind of have this whole like you know, a lot of self-reflection here, right? Like really facing this dark side of yourself, not knowing where your place is, recognizing the space that you're sitting in coming from judgment, right? Like your pride and your ego and you're being judgmental of others, and then realizing you've got to face these storms and actually go through it, um, and taking the leap on things, um you know, and just, picking up your dreams again, almost having a bit of inner child work here, right? Look, going back and like picking up dreams that you had when you were younger, connecting with somebody, right? With even what I'd give up, this sort of actually forming a connection with someone, and then even like forming community, connection and community on this. That by the time we get to the end of this, we have a connection with somebody else, like whether I said whether you want to interpret it as connection with his fans and audience, or with an actual person, like is one person, like a significant other. Um, but then also then basically ending this with like City of Orphans, where there's now this community, there's this connection with another person and a connection with community, and finding your place, where we went from heaven and hell where he just felt like he didn't have a place anywhere, to now finding a place, right? To now finding a home, and community, and then ending with like, will you fight for me again? So before, where it was this very like, I'm gonna do it on my own even though I have my issues, right? Now it's like, I could do it on my own probably, and like, but like, are you willing to fight with me? You know what I mean? Like, are you willing? There's this sudden like, we've come through this renewal, we've kind of let die, again going back to this Phoenix album title, right? We've kind of let die the parts of him that needed to die, and for him to kind of come out this other more healed end of things, where he is healthier and ready to connect. And it's like, now I'm actually healthier and able to connect, like, are you willing to fight with me through some of life's stuff, which I think is just gorgeous. I think that's just gorgeous. What a beautiful journey for this album. Like, really, really beautiful. I dug this album. Jethrin, I'm not gonna lie, like, you picked a good one, my friend. Like, this hit, all right. This hit for me. I really, really enjoyed this album a lot. Um, really beautiful. Definitely gonna have some favorites on here. All right, let's pick top five, y'all. Gotta pick some favorites. Definitely The Precipice. Definitely The Precipice. Definitely Glass Houses. Um, I loved the turn of phrase on Dead Rose, so we'll put that as in the third, okay. So I think Precipice definitely number one. Glass House is definitely number two. The rest of these, like 3 through 5, are not in any particular order. Okay, 3 through 5 are not particular order. I would say Dead Rose, City of Orphans. City of Orphans was gorgeous, and Beautiful Dark Side. I really like Beautiful Dark Side as well. That was one of my favorites early on. So that's my top five. That's my top five. Yeah. All right. Um, yeah, I'm gonna add this on. I'm gonna add this whole album to my playlist. I'm gonna be listening to this one. I really enjoyed this a lot. So thank you, Jethrin, for requesting this for your for your Ride or Die album review. Thank you for being a Ride or Die member and just a member of the Patreon in general. Thank you to all of my Patreon members paid or free, doesn't matter. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Um, and all right, now I have something to listen to. I have something I need to re-listen to this week because this was great. Okay. Um, love y'all. Till the next one. Till the next one.